Hey, beautiful. We need to talk. And I am warning you, this is not going to be cute. It's not going to be soft. I'm not here to baby you today. I love you, but I'm about to hurt your feelings just a little bit. And if you're mad at me, good. That means you needed this. You keep saying you love yourself, but your actions, they don't match. You're bending over backwards for people who wouldn't even cross a street for you. You're answering texts from people who drain you. You are scrolling for hours watching other people live the life you want, but you're doing nothing about yours. I know this because I've been there. I realized how much I hated myself by the amount of BS I tolerated from my friends, my partners, and even my coworkers. And even by how I was spending my time, I did not understand how valuable my time was. And that was a wake-up call for me. I hope this is also your wake-up call. Loving yourself is not just about the skincare, the coats, the massages, the facials. It is doing the hard, boring, uncomfortable work. It is saying no when you want to say yes just because you want to please someone. It's walking away from people you know are not good for you, even if it hurts, even if it means starting over at 40. That is what I know self-love to be. And bestie, let me be real to you. You are wasting your time. You are waiting for a miracle. You are not moving. You're waiting for love, but you don't even love yourself properly. You're waiting for confidence, but you won't even practice public speaking. I know I have been there. I'm not trying to be harsh. I still love you. You're waiting for peace, but you keep letting chaos live in your phone, in your house, and in your heart. And you know what? If nothing changes, nothing changes. 10 years from now, you'll still be sitting here saying, I will do it one day. And you know you won't. You'll just be older, madder, and maybe more toxic if you don't start now. And that is the truth. And I know it hurts, but it is what it is. Let me tell you why it is important to love yourself. When you don't love yourself, first of all, you start settling. When you don't love yourself, you let people walk all over you as if you mean nothing. You accept crumbs instead of full meals. You lose yourself in relationships. You stay in places that crush your spirit. But when you start loving yourself, you become magnetic, you become beautiful. You stop begging to be chosen and you start choosing yourself. You start attracting better friends, better partners, better opportunities because you're not living like you are cheap. Loving yourself sets the tone for how the world will start treating you. That's why it is everything. That's why you need to make sure that you try by all means to love yourself, to put yourself first, because you can never pour from an empty cup. So here's the challenge that I want to dare you to do this week. Maybe tomorrow or even today. if you can. I want you to wake up 30 minutes earlier than your normal time. If you feel like 30 minutes is too much for you, try 20 minutes. If that is still too much for you, the last offer is 15 minutes. And in that 15 minutes, I want you to do something that is important to you, something that will make you a better person. It can be praying, it can be meditation, it can be doing breath works, whatever it is. It can be even writing on your journal, or just a simple act of doing, setting the intentions. I cannot tell you how powerful it is to set the intentions. The minute I started setting the intentions, my days changed from worst to best. Because what you do with the intentions is you say something like, today I intend to look for something that I can be grateful for. And when you tell your mind what to do, it will direct you. If you tell your mind that today I want to look for things that are abundance in my life, your mind will help you to search for those things in every minute of the day. And even when you catch yourself complaining, you will remember that, oh, my intention for today is to look for things that I can be grateful for. So in this moment that I want to complain about, what is one thing that I can be grateful for? Because trust me, in each and every situation, there is always something that you can be grateful for. And I love gratitude because I feel like it is also a prayer. There's a quote that I really loved that said that if the only prayer you have ever said is thank you, that would suffice. And I think for many of us, especially when you're going through the most, you feel like God has abandoned you. It's really difficult to even pray. But if you just start there and just say thank you. Thank you for my breath. Thank you for my life. Thank you that I'm still here. Thank you that I have the chance to change and flip things around for myself. Thank you for my mind. Thank you for my thoughts. Like, you don't realize how blessed you are that you have your legs, you have your arms, you have your voice, you have your sense of taste. You have so many blessings that you are taking for granted. I want that to change, not tomorrow, but today. Okay? The second thing that I want to dare you to do is to start saying no. Say no to wasting your time. Say no to participating in that group that is all about gossip. Say no to taking yourself for granted. And understand that no is a complete sentence. You don't need to explain everything. Just say no, full stop. And then the third one is, I need you to cut out toxic things from your life. It can be that one contact that just drains you. It can be that one shopping app that is making you shop for things that you don't even need. It can be that account that you follow that is making you feel like crap. You need to unfollow those. You need to mute them. You need to delete that content. Whatever it is, you need to realize how important your peace is and protect your peace by everything you have. And don't get me wrong, I don't want you to be mad at me. But if you are, you can go ahead. You can fight me in the comments. Or you can tell me that I don't understand. You can tell me that it is not easy. You can tell me all your excuses. I still love you, and I'm not going to let you lie to yourself anymore. You have lied enough. I'm not saying this because I think that you are weak. I'm saying this because I know how powerful you are. I know that you are capable. But you keep hiding under your pain, under your excuses. You are doing it the way I did it before, where I used to wear my wounds like a badge of honor. It is time to stop. It is time to stop hating yourself, and it is time to start loving yourself like your life depends on it, because it does. Now, if you're ready, just let me know in the comment section below. If you are not, that is fine. You can keep scrolling, but don't come back crying about the same problems if you don't take even one step to change this. Another thing that I need to do to start loving yourself is normalize looking yourself in the mirror. And if you are like me in the past, you're not even able to do the eye contact, this will help you so much. Look yourself in the eye and say, I love you. At first, you might not even believe that. At first, you might say, I love you, and then there's a voice in the back of your head that says, really? What is there to love? You talk back to that voice and say, I am worthy of being loved, and I love myself. You look yourself in the mirror and say, I am willing to love myself. I'm willing to learn. I am willing to do whatever it takes to love myself. Start there. And if you're scared that you might run away from your mirror, take the chair and put it in front of your mirror and look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. If there are things that you are proud of, that you've done for yourself, I'm sure they are. Just think of them and look yourself in the mirror and say, I am so proud of you. I'm proud of you for waking up today. If you felt like it was so difficult for you to keep going, but anyway, you woke up, look yourself in the mirror and say, thank you. I love you. I am so proud of you that you woke up today. I am so proud of you that you chose to walk away from that toxic relationship. I'm so proud of you that you chose to walk away from those toxic friends that were dragging you down. I am so proud of you that you did something that you were really scared of. That is where it starts. Before you go for facials, before you go for the nails, the beautiful hair, changing your hair color, whatever it is, it starts with a simple act of just looking yourself in the mirror and loving the person that you see reflecting back to you. Okay, and then another thing that I want you to start doing is you need to start journaling. I know some people hate journaling. Some people think that journaling is just boring. But I cannot tell you how many times I have been proud of myself by just looking at a journal that I did a year ago of something that I was struggling with. And then I realized a year later that it is so easy for me now to say no to what no longer serves me. So write down your emotions, your feelings, whatever it is, write it down on your journal and hide it. Or if you feel like you can't hide your journal, just take your notes app if you're using an Apple phone and write it there and lock it so that if people have access to your phone, they cannot go there and read what you have written in your journal entries. So write it down, write your emotions, write why you're feeling the way you are feeling, what happened, what triggered you. And when you look back, you realize that things that used to rattle your emotions, things that used to trigger you so much no longer matter to you anymore because you have chosen to love yourself. You have chosen to be better instead of being bitter. So journal. There's so many prompts that you can get from Pinterest. Maybe start by writing, what is one thing that I have been avoiding and why? Also, you can write, if I really loved myself the way I love the people around me, what would I do differently? if I was not scared that people are going to judge me, if I was not feeling like I was not good enough, what is one thing that I would try today? Start with one thing. What is it? What is one thing that you have always dreamed of as a child that you have given up on just because you feel like you're not worthy, just because you feel like you've made so many mistakes in your life, just because you feel like no one will take you seriously? What is that one dream that you can start chasing? You need to realize that you are never too young to start anything that you are passionate about. You need to understand that there are people out there who are waiting for you to get your shit together. Excuse my language. I'm really trying to get into you today so that you can start loving yourself, because you are worthy. You deserve the love that you give so freely to other people out there who don't even appreciate it. You need to redirect that love to you today. You need to understand how beautiful and worthy you are. And if you are someone who really struggles with negative self-talk, this is also another last point that I want to leave with you today is you need to take a picture of yourself when you were still young. Maybe you were still 6 or 7. If you don't have that picture like me, you can take a picture of your kid while they were still young. Maybe 2 years old, 3 years, whatever age, young age that you can see. And put that picture maybe next to your pedestal. And every time you speak negatively to yourself, look at that picture, and that will remind you that inside of you, there's also that little baby that needs your life, your love. There's that little baby that needs to know that they are worthy. Just because you are 40 does not mean that the little girl inside of you does not need the love anymore. Just because you've made so many mistakes in your life does not mean that you are no longer worthy to be loved, or you're not redeemable, or whatever excuses that you are giving to yourself as to why you are not able to love yourself. I know that this is going to be tough. This is going to be really difficult, but trust me, trust the process. Look yourself in the mirror every day and say, I love you. I really, really love you. I'm willing to love you. I like you. Loving yourself and liking yourself is your responsibility, because before you can expect it from anyone else, ask yourself if you have loved yourself. Before you can expect anyone out there to choose you, ask yourself if you have chosen yourself. For the longest time, I used to ask myself the wrong questions. Why did they not choose me? What was wrong with me? I think this happens especially when, whether it is a friendship or a relationship, where you require this person to do this thing for you. Let's say, for example, you require someone to defend you when you are not there, and they don't do it. And then you decide to cut them out of your life. And then you realize that this person is doing this for the next person, whether it is the next friend or the next girlfriend. And now you are left wondering, why couldn't they do this for me? Because they did not want to. Because you did not require them to. Because you were not able to choose yourself. So self-love, choosing yourself, all starts with you. And you will see that the moment you start choosing you, the moment people will start respecting you, loving you, respecting your space, knowing that I cannot just say anything to this person and they will let it go. When you start loving yourself, you start preserving your peace. You know that not everything needs my response. You know that not everything needs me to fight. Maybe this one needs me to just walk away and excuse myself from this situation. When you love yourself, you realize that you don't need to bring anything to the table. your presence is enough, and that you're beautiful, and that you're worth it. Okay, let me leave it here. I hope you have a day as beautiful as you are. I love you. Until next time. Bye.